Today I've got the Nextorch Dr. K3 Pro. I work in the ER, and one of the things I have been carrying for years, I've been there 21 years, one of the things I've been carrying for years is a pen light. Because the lights that are on the wall, the otoscope, ophthalmoscope, you don't know if they're gonna work. Sometimes the head's not even on it. You don't know how dirty they are. You don't know who's touched those things. And I always like to carry a pen light for just both reliability, and I like always carrying a light anyway in my normal life. And so I always carry a pen light to work, and I've had a bunch of different pen lights that I've carried and reviewed over the years. And I saw the Dr. K3 Pro from Nextorch and said, well, that one's a little bit different. I haven't tried that one yet. Let's give that one a try. And I've got this here for you today. The Nextorch Dr. K3 Pro retails at $27.95. Some links down below. Now, one of the interesting things about this light is that it is dual output. It has both a yellow output and a white output. The yellow output is 3000 Kelvin and the white output is 5000 Kelvin. Now, why would you want that on a light like this? Well, typically there's commonly two things that I use pen lights to look at: eyes and throats. A bright white light is really going to kind of annoy patients. So that yellow light, which is 2 lumens, is just enough to look at an eye, get good pupil response, but not really piss off the patient that you're looking at their eye. Even the white light, which is 10 lumens, is still kind of bright. It's tolerable. It's going to get you a little more reaction, but that yellow light is kinder, gentler to the eye. So the outputs for this are yellow 3000K, 2 lumens for 19 hours, and then a white 5000K, 10 lumens for 5 hours, 30 minutes, and then also a white 5000K, 80 lumens, and it will do that for 55 minutes. This light has a built-in battery. It's a built-in 10440 lithium-ion battery, 320 milliamp hours. You can see an example of what it would look like here if it were interchangeable, but this one is built in. And it is rechargeable. You unscrew the head, and in the tip there is a spot for a USB-C cable, which is included. And the charging for this is a little bit different than the typical light where you just plug it in and it goes. You plug this light in, it lights up green with some flashing red, and then you have to click the tail button and then it will start charging. It will light up kind of a red orange as it's charging and then change when it's fully charged. So a little note difference with the charging there versus standard lights. The other stuff that this comes with, aside from that short USB-A to USB-C cable, comes with some extra O-rings and of course the instruction manual, and then the case, of course. It is IPX7 water rated, and that white 5000 LED has a CRI rating of greater than 95%, so you're going to get true colors when you are using that white 5000 Kelvin light. Function of this light, pretty straightforward. You can half press between the different brightnesses, low, medium, high, yellow, white, white, or you can press it on and leave it on, and then it does have mode memory. After you turn it off and you leave it off for 2 seconds, you turn it back on and it comes back on to that mode. Go down to the yellow there, you leave it off for 2 seconds and it comes back on. And I like the mode memory in these lights because I carry this in my pocket all the time, and I like being able to pull it out of my pocket and just go right away to a patient and know that I'm not going to suddenly blind them accidentally with 80 lumens, or that I'm going to have to kind of ramp up to get to the brightness that I want. So I like the mode memory for this light. Looking at the rest of the construction of this light, on the side there is a ruler in centimeters because everything in medicine is measured in centimeters, not in inches. And then there is a pupil size there, also in millimeters, from 1 millimeter up to 7 millimeters. And you can put that next to the patient's eye and you can kind of gauge measurements for pupils. And then lastly, there is the pocket clip. Really my only critique of this pen, the pocket clip is both good and bad. I love that the pocket clip is smooth and it slips right into your pocket very easily, and it holds it into your pocket very firmly, but I might argue almost just a little bit too firm. And because of the style of the pocket clip, it's a pretty deep carry light compared to some of the other lights. And when I go to try and take it out of my pocket, because it's both deep carry and that pocket clip is fairly firm, it's just a little bit more effort than some of my other lights to get out of my pocket. Not a huge thing, but it is something I've noticed carrying this for the past week. Now, speaking of other lights, here it is in comparison to some other lights that I have: the Aurora A33 and the ThruNite i3T and i5T. You can see it's kind of on the smaller side compared to all of those. It's a nice slim light, kind of slides again right down to your pocket. There's no underclip issues under that pocket clip because it's nice and smooth. And because it turns up just a nice degree, it slides right there into your pocket. The beam profile on this, you can use it both for regular patient stuff, or you can use it as an everyday carry light. The beam profile on this, you can see the different brightnesses. And you can see that it has just a bit of a squared off look to it. You're not going to notice this in everyday use, but there's two LEDs next to each other, side by side, inside that light, and they're coming out of that round hole, and it gives just a little bit of a squared off appearance. Again, nothing you would ever notice in real life, but just something for the flashaholics of the group. So in the end, I've been carrying this, like I said, for a week now or so, and I've used it daily. I've used it on patients, and I really like it. I like the mode memory. I like the different brightnesses. I never thought that I would appreciate a yellow brightness when I first got it. I'm like, what am I doing with this yellow brightness? Why do I need that? But it is definitely kinder and gentler on the eye, and you can still get some pupillary response from it. If not though, even that 10 lumens gets you a little bit brighter response, and it's not gonna totally annoy the patient, but the 10 lumens, that white, is much better for looking in throats. So I recommend this light. I do. I'll put some links down below. You can check it out on Amazon. This is the Nextorch Dr. K3 Pro.